Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Monday, March 16th, 2026. A Twentynine Palms man was arrested on suspicion of murdering the mother of his children. On Friday at around 8 a.m., San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies responded to the 6500 block of Adobe Road in Twentynine Palms. They say a Toyota Tacoma was blocking a gate at the fire department. As part of that investigation, deputies visited a home in the 74,900 block of Aladdin Drive in Twentynine Palms. Deputies say that when they arrived, there were two children at the home alone. They searched the home and located the children's mother dead in the garage. The deceased has been identified by the coroner's office as Jessica Phillips, 34. Deputies say that at 10:40 a.m., they located the children's father, Isaac Angel, 34, walking near the intersection of Sunrise Drive and Araby Avenue. Detectives identified Angel as the suspect in the murder and took him into custody. Isaac Angel was arrested on suspicion of murder and is being held at the West Valley Detention Center without bail. The Yucca Valley Town Council meets in regular session tomorrow afternoon. On their agenda is an update on the town's housing plan. The council will also discuss their homelessness in the town and county based on the results of the 2026 point-in-time count, which physically counts the number of unhoused residents in an area. The council is expected to approve a number of grants for maintenance and road repairs. The Yucca Valley Town Council meets in regular session tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. You can find a link to their full agenda, along with a way to attend online at this story at Z107.7fm.com. The Twentynine Palms Planning Commission will take a look at how residents can obtain a property address in order to have a water meter installed. Annalise Kuiper has a look at their agenda for tomorrow's meeting.
The Twentynine Palms Water District generally does not issue water meters for parcels without addresses. Currently, a City of Twentynine Palms building permit application is required to establish an address to allow for a water meter installation. The Planning Commission is requested to discuss the policy for property addressing and provide direction to department staff on this issue. An annual report is required to update the progress made towards meeting the city's goals regarding the adopted housing element. An 85-page attachment to the Twentynine Palms Planning Commission agenda clarifies the housing element portion of the city's general plan. A link to this packet may be found on our website at z107.7fm.com. The department recommendation is that the Planning Commission accept the housing element, annual progress report, and the general plan status report, and forward them to the City Council for final approval. Located at 6136 Adobe Road in Twentynine Palms, the meeting will begin at 5 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
Last weekend, the Los Médicos Valedores, also known as the Flying Doctors, held a clinic at Yucca Valley High School and served a number of community members. On March 7th, they provided care to 67 dental patients and 57 vision patients. On March 8th, they cared for 55 dental patients. And throughout both days, people received many additional services, including 36 hearing screenings, 56 EKGs, 43 haircuts, 32 massage therapy sessions, and 12 vaccinations. The Flying Doctors thank everyone that volunteered to make the event a success. The comment period for a communications tower proposed for public lands in Morongo Valley closes today. Announced by the Bureau of Land Management on February 12th, the project is proposed for an area on the north side of Twentynine Palms Highway, northeast of Canyon House Road. It will include a communications tower built on 1.2 acres. The developer, Interconnect Towers LLC, is also proposing an access road from Canyon House Road. Interconnect LLC had proposed a tower for BLM land in 2022. Resident opposition led to the project being moved to this new location. In 2022, the Bureau of Land Management presented a scoping report that would allow Interconnect Towers to develop a 200-foot communications tower on public lands bordering Sand to Snow National Monument and Morongo Valley. BLM claim a tower on this site would, quote, improve telecommunication and broadband connections. An opposition group, Residents Against the Tower, or RAT, cited negative effects on wildlife and neighborhood quality of life. With support from the Morongo Valley Community Services District, Residents Against the Tower pushed back. In 2024, because of the opposition, BLM requested that Interconnect revise its environmental assessment to address those concerns. RAT spokesperson Sarah Fernandez said that the new site was only 500 feet from the previous site and that residents were not given enough time to protest the additional and remaining concerns. The BLM is accepting community feedback on the new location through the end of today. You can find a link to provide feedback at this story at Z107.7fm.com. The 2026 Twentynine Palms Rotary Carnival kicks off this week. The 4-day family-friendly event begins on Thursday and runs through Sunday at Lucky Park in Twentynine Palms. The annual event features carnival rides, interactive games, prize booths, and a variety of food vendors. The event is co-presented by the Twentynine Palms Parks and Recreation Department and the Twentynine Palms Rotary Club. Pre-sale wristband coupons can be purchased for $35 from the Parks and Recreation Office, Palladium Family Fun Center, and Twentynine Palms Visitor Center. Stay tuned to Z107.7 this week. We've got a stack of wristbands we'll be giving away. And finally, in sports, the Twentynine Palms High School Wildcats baseball team defeated Desert Christian Academy on Friday with a final score of 20-2. The Wildcats extended their early lead with 3 runs in the top of the second, thanks to RBI singles by Eduardo Avalos, Mauricio Montada, and Bubba Corney. Ian McClay earned the win for Twentynine Palms. The hurlers surrendered 4 hits and 2 runs in 6 innings, striking out 7 and walking 3. And the Twentynine Palms High School Wildcats track and field team traveled to Walnut High School to compete in the Jim Polite Invitational. Ania Haynes, Sabrina Graham, Violet Graham, Coy Wallace, Jada Nelson, and Diana De La Cruz were the 6 Wildcats that earned 9 medals during the meet. Haynes and the Graham sisters each brought home gold. Jackson Sumption earned 2 DVL finals qualifying marks, running 2 massive personal records in the 1600-meter and 3200-meter. On Saturday, the distance athletes will travel to Arroyo High School to compete in the Meet of Champions. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.